Battle through the firmament. Great world. Chapter 523. The Imperial Path took action. Realm Traversal Jade. After seeing the milky white spirit jade in Xiaoyan's hand, a fierce look flashed across Black Nether Emperor's eyes. He looked at Xiaoyan thoughtfully. Xiaoyan had used the Realm Traversal Jade to travel through space and suddenly appeared behind the purple-robed old man. In an instant, he gathered all of his energy into his fist and killed the old man. Li Xianfeng's Realm Traversal Jade was used so quickly. Black Nether Emperor muttered softly. Without any warning, he waved his hand and a black light rushed out like a black python. It broke through the space and attacked Xiaoyan. The power was so great that it caused the space to crack. It had already locked onto Xiaoyan. The black light flashed and approached Xiaoyan's body in a flash. The powerful force caused the surrounding space to hiss. The terrifying and powerful qi suppressed Xiaoyan so much that he couldn't even breathe, let alone use the starlight silent step. Buzz! Xiaoyan clenched his teeth tightly. A trace of blood flowed out from his teeth. The origin key on his body surged and instantly resolved the pressure from the endless origin key on him. In the next moment, the milky white spirit jade in his hand shot out in all directions. The black light went straight to Xiaoyan's body, but it only left behind a series of afterimages. Qi. In the air several dozen miles away, the space trembled. Xiaoyan flashed out from the middle. Although he looked miserable, he didn't suffer any injuries at all. Damned bastard. Zhu Yan looked at Xiaoyan with a gloomy gaze. The spiritual jade in Xiaoyan's hand was precisely the Realm Traversal Jade that he had seized from Zhu Jun and Zhu Yan. It had actually become Xiaoyan's trump card to protect his life. Martial Mother. Protect. Protect Xiaoyan. Black Nether Emperor has attacked him. Su Xiang became anxious when he saw Black Nether Emperor's sudden attack. He immediately sat up from the ancient vine and spoke urgently. Before his voice faded, a cracking feeling spread out from his body, causing his body to soften and fall onto the ancient vine once again. I'll heal your injuries first. Without you, no one here is a match for Black Nether Emperor. Grandma Bai gritted her teeth, and her palm continued to press against Su Xiang's forehead. A continuous stream of green origin energy turned into clear streams and flowed into Su Xiang's body. The cracks on his body were also recovering rapidly. Swoosh! Without waiting for Su Xiang to speak, Grandma Bai took the opportunity to throw him away. The walking stick in her hand suddenly broke through the air and appeared beside Xiaoyan. The origin energy on the crutch circulated. Under everyone's gaze, it transformed into a wooden dragon that was 1,000 feet in size. The patterns on the wooden dragon's body were profound and eternal. It was like numerous rings of age that carried an ancient feeling. It sent out a gentle energy that caused its tail to curl up. It protected Xiaoyan in the middle. What a meddlesome old woman. Black Nether Emperor looked at Grandma Bai indifferently and smiled disdainfully. He slowly stood up from the black flame throne and looked coldly at the wooden dragon that protected Xiaoyan. He clenched his 5 fingers tightly and a force that could cause the space to sink in burst out. It broke through the layers of space and rushed towards the wooden dragon in an instant. Boom! A cold light shone in Xiaoyan's eyes. He looked at the force that was rushing towards him. The origin chains in his body rumbled, and the majestic origin key was crazily poured into all his meridians. It was as if 10,000 spiritual sounds were resonating. There was actually an origin chains vaguely seeping out of his body. The chains flickered with 9-colored light, dispersing the endless black key that was being forced over. White Tiger Spiritual Spell. Xiaoyan faced the sky and let out a furious roar. The origin chains soared into the sky from the top of his head. At the same time, the majestic origin key was roaring around his body. In an instant, a huge white tiger appeared out of thin air. The white tiger's 4 hooves shattered the sky, and its tail whipped across the sky. With a series of sharp sounds, the huge body of the wooden dragon wrapped around the white tiger. A dragon and a tiger both emitted an aura that shocked everyone. Facing Black Nether Emperor's boundless strength, they rushed forward. The origin key was like an endless river, carrying a force that could destroy the heavens and extinguish the earth. The moment the collision occurred, it swallowed the force, and the force did not decrease. It rushed towards Black Nether Emperor with a loud bang. Boom! Lightning surrounded Xiao Tianye's body, making him look like a violent ocean of lightning. Fire phoenixes materialized one after another, their wings were mixed with buzzing lightning. A lightning seal suddenly appeared on Xiao Tianye's forehead. Almost at the same time that Xiaoyan casted the White Tiger spiritual spell, the lightning seal on Xiao Tianye's forehead suddenly expanded. He unleashed a thunderous strike, killing Shen Kanglong and Gu Man. The two origin chains shattered at the same time, and were destroyed along with the origin key's whistling sound. The violent lightning was retracted into his body. Xiao Tianye waved his hand, and grabbed both of their bodies in an instant. With a thunderous roar, both of their corpses disappeared without a trace. Xiao Tianye frowned and looked into the distance. Xiaoyan was standing on top of a wooden dragon. The white tiger behind him roared furiously. The key it unleashed was actually able to suppress the storms in the world. After being stunned for a moment, a violent red color immediately surged into Xiao Tianye's eyes. He started laughing maniacally in a sickly manner. Due to his excitement, his entire body was trembling. This imposing manner caused his blood to boil. He really couldn't help but immediately fight with it. Raw, cold light shone from the white tiger's copper bell-sized bloody eyes. The tiger claw struck down like a mountain, smashing straight at Black Nether Emperor. It was as majestic as a rainbow, as if it was going to tear the heaven and earth apart. Swoosh! His 5 fingers were pushed out like a palm. Black Nether Emperor's face was cold, but the killing intent in his eyes was even colder. Buzz! In the next moment, the white tiger's body had already submerged Black Nether Emperor. A chaotic color suddenly appeared in the sky. All of a sudden, a loud explosive sound was heard, dispersing the clouds in the sky, bringing a trace of clarity to this part of the world. Boom! Boundless might surged over like a tidal wave. Everything that was affected by it turned into dust and vanished. In an instant, everything within a few hundred miles had vanished. The outer court of Yunlo Academy had completely fallen into a deathly silence. It has practically broken through the formation of the inner court. This little fellow actually possesses such strength. Grandma Bai stood in midair. She looked at the Yunlo Academy in the distance and involuntarily inhaled a breath of cold air. Countless green vines wrapped around her back. Each green vine was wrapped around an elder of the Yunlo Academy. She had acted the moment the white tiger swallowed Black Nether Emperor. Hence, everyone was not seriously injured. In Capital of Chaos. On the side of Capital of Chaos, the severely injured and unconscious Monarch Emperor couldn't escape from this attack. Only a few dozen of them managed to escape. A moment later, this frightening ripple slowly disappeared. When the dust settled, Black Nether Emperor's figure did not move at all as he appeared in front of everyone's eyes. Xiao Tianye stood on top of a green mountain. Lightning flashed across his eyes. He had clearly seen all of this. For the first time, a trace of shock flashed across his brutal eyes when he saw Black Nether Emperor's appearance. Xiaoyan, no matter what you do today, you will only die. Your existence will be a huge problem to me. The black flame throne behind Black Nether Emperor had already been destroyed. A trace of blood flowed down from the palm of his hand and fell to the ground, creating a deep pit. A monarch cultivation overlord, a drop of blood can kill. Although I am also a monarch cultivation, I don't have this kind of strength. If that old bastard Qi Yun comes. Grandma Bai looked at Xiaoyan who was standing in the distance. The latter had not suffered any injuries under the protection of the wooden dragon. If Xiaoyan had the strength of an emperor cultivation, he might still be able to fight Black Nether Emperor. Unfortunately, he only managed to reach the emperor cultivation by relying on external strength. Moreover, judging from the energy within his body, it is getting weaker and weaker. He will not be able to hold on for much longer. Grandma Bai's heart was as fine as a strand of hair. With a single glance, she could see through Xiaoyan's current condition. Emperor cultivation. Mistress, this disciple has a way. Hearing this, Su Jiang's eyes suddenly lit up. He looked down at the Yunlo Academy and said with a fervent gaze. Chapter end. Please guys like, comment, share, and subscribe.